It's me, MLB. Here's the Top Delinquent, chapter 63, and this one is titled Put in His Place. While you had your head back, your phone dinged, and you looked down at it. I'm so happy you replied. Please, if you're available, come to the jail tomorrow, or the next day. We can talk in the common area. I'm allowed to have one visitor, he sent. I could do tomorrow. What have I got to lose? Just go and hear what he has to say, you thought, as you tapped out your reply to him. Tomorrow is good. I'll come and see you after school. See you. Thank you so much, Yin. I'm in tears. See you tomorrow, he sent back. In tears? That's a bit over the top, isn't it? You thought as you put the phone down and went to the kitchen to make dinner. The next day you walked home with Iida as usual, but then feigned tiredness, claiming that you needed to rest. Iida was most obliging and tucked you into bed before leaving, and you waited until he had gone before sneaking out of bed and quickly making your way to the bus stop so that you could catch the 4:04 to the jail to meet with your dad. You felt like you were going against what Iida had said to you, but at the same time this was your life and you had to live it. I won't be long, I'll just hear him out and then I'll leave. It'll be fine. The trip to the jail was shorter than expected, and you hopped off the bus and walked the rest of the way to the large correctional facility just outside of town. I'm here to see my father, you said into the speaker at the front gate, mentioning that he was expecting you and that he was going to arrange for you two to chat in the common room. The guard agreed and met you at the gates, escorting you to the main foyer and getting you to sign in, then handing over your belongings so they could be kept safe for the visit, and also to make sure that you weren't trying to smuggle anything in for your father. You have 10 minutes with your father, Yin, the guard said as he led you down the very sterile, white-looking hall to the meeting room that had chairs along the bench, a double-glassed window, and then chairs for the inmates to sit on the other side. You nodded stiffly and swallowed hard as you walked over to one of the chairs and sat down. As your backside hit the wooden seat, the door on the other side opened and your father entered, shackled at the wrists and in orange overalls. Your heart started pounding in your chest when you saw him, and you bit into the inside of your cheek as he approached the booth on the other side of the glass. The guard holding him let go, and he sat down, his eyes brimming with tears as he looked through the glass at you. With a shaking hand you reached out and picked up the phone off the side of the wall, placing it to your ear as he did the same. Yin, he said softly, the gentleness in his voice unrecognisable. He looked so different now to what he usually looked. The time in the cell with no alcohol had done him well. Hey, you whispered hoarsely. How have you been? You shrugged in reply, unable to get any words out. He nodded. Listen, I just wanted to see you. I'm glad you're doing well. You look well, he offered, trying to get the conversation started. You nodded again, suddenly feeling like this whole meeting was a mistake. The awkwardness was palpable. So, you hummed in a slightly bored tone. I joined a program, your dad said, his eyes watching you as he spoke. It's to help get your life back on track. Yeah, that's good. There was another long pause, and all the hope that you had regarding your dad being a changed man started to fade. You weren't sure why, but you just felt like even though he wasn't drunk, he was still the same. Your guts churned, suddenly feeling like you wanted to get away. Okay, well, good luck with your program, you said as you started to pull the phone from your ear to place it back on the wall. Yin, wait, your dad said, shifting forwards in his seat and reaching a hand to the glass as if physically trying to stop you from leaving. You paused, waiting for him, slowly returning the phone to your ear. Listen, he said with a sigh. Would you give me a chance? What do you mean? You asked, confused. I mean, would you bail me out of here? Tell them I'm better now. What? You asked. What do you mean, tell them I'm better? You're in the middle of a program. You're not better. But you can see I'm better, right? I apologized, he said firmly. What? You asked again, starting to get your back up a bit. You can't just apologize and it will be better. You said that yourself. You put me through hell, Dad. Absolute frickin' hell. Yeah, but I haven't laid a finger on you since now, have I? He snapped lowly, his jaw flexing with pent-up anger. You studied his face and shook your head slowly. You don't get it. You haven't changed at all. I'm such an idiot. I should never have come here. You were about to hang up when he called out to you again, begging this time, his voice being heard loud and clearly from the distance that you had the receiver from your ear. Just, please, Please get me out of here. I'll do anything. I won't even contact you once I'm out, he begged. I know you have the money, Yin. Is that what this is about? You suddenly snapped, yanking the phone back to your ear. The money? How did you find out about that? I have my ways. Now get me out of here, he demanded. You know what? Screw you. You have no power over me. You are exactly the same as before, and you frickin' deserve to rot in jail. You're a frickin' piece of scum. Go and die, you seethed, slamming the phone down on the hook and then jamming both your middle fingers up at the glass panel between the two of you. The adrenaline pumping through your veins so hard and fast it put you on a high as you watched your toxic father lose control on the other side of the booth. Yes, Queen! Yes! That is the end of chapter 63. It doesn't end there. Chapter 64 will be tomorrow. I'll see you then.